Hi guys, my name is Miguel Teixeira, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to break down Manchester City's latest match and highlight some key tactical patterns that helped Pep Guardiola's team return to winning ways. In this game, Manchester City used a 3+2 structure during build-up play, with right-back Rico Lewis joining the holding midfielder behind the opposition's first pressing line. As we can see in this example, these positions are not fixed, and the two players aim to move complementarily. One player can drop deeper to attract an opponent, while the other adjusts between the opposing forwards to offer a passing option. In this instance, Leicester's right winger closes in, and from this point, Manchester City gains a new option, with Gvardiol receiving the ball wide and accelerating the play. In more advanced areas, Manchester City sets up 5 players: the striker, the wingers providing width, and the attacking midfielders offering solutions in the half spaces. Once the ball enters the wide areas, we can observe this standard Manchester City pattern. The attacking midfielders begin making runs to create a 2 versus 1 situation against the opposing fullback. In this game, the opposition's central midfielder was tasked with defending these runs, and here, when the midfielder is dragged out by Bernardo Silva's movement, we can clearly see Manchester City's intention to push one of their midfielders up a line to exploit the space created between the opposing midfielders. In this clip, we can see what's known as a box midfield, with Manchester City positioning 2 players behind the opposition's first pressing line and 2 players behind the opposition's midfield line. Regarding Rico Lewis and Kovacic, we once again observe the complementarity in their movements. While one drops diagonally to drag the forward, the other adjusts between the 2 forwards to provide a progressive passing option. When the team can't advance through the central corridor, the wingers become the main solutions in the wide areas, and from there, they look to accelerate play and connect with the attacking midfielders who move behind the opposition's midfield line. The striker plays a crucial role in these moments, constantly threatening the space behind the defense, dragging defenders out of position and creating space between the lines. With the opposition focused on shutting down the central areas, Manchester City explores the space in wide zones, and here we see the usual pattern. The attacking midfielder makes an inside-out run, dragging the opposition's central midfielder, while Rico Lewis moves forward to exploit the space created between Leicester's midfielders, breaking through their midfield line with a vertical pass. With Foden facing the opposition's goal, Manchester City finds themselves in a 5 versus 4 situation to attack the opponent's last defensive line. With Bernardo Silva pinning the opposing fullback in the half space, Savinho is left as the free man, and from a second ball, he finds himself unmarked to finish the move. Manchester City once again exploits the space on the outside and behind Leicester's first pressing line. Through an individual moment of skill, the team manages to break the press and increase the tempo of the game. Now, with De Bruyne facing the opposition's last defensive line, Erling Haaland makes a run from the center towards the right. Although he doesn't gain enough of an advantage to receive the ball behind the defense, this movement is crucial for Manchester City as it pulls defenders towards him, freeing up space on the opposite side for Savinho, who can now receive the ball facing his direct marker. A key detail to note about Erling Haaland here: with the ball at Savinho's feet, Leicester's defenders are now focused on the left side of Manchester City's attack. Taking advantage of this, Haaland positions himself behind Leicester's centre-backs, outside of their field of vision, preparing to be an option at the far post. To wrap up, here's an example where Manchester City manages to break the first pressing line through the middle and then progress down the wide corridor. We can see the constant positional rotations that Manchester City applied in this match between the winger and the attacking midfielder, this time with Bernardo Silva moving wide and Savinho coming inside. After Leicester's midfielder disrupted Manchester City's attempt at a 2 versus 1, we observe another one of the team's usual patterns, where they aren't afraid to hold on to the ball, bring the midfielders forward through offensive coverages, and then accelerate the game. Before we finish, let me know your thoughts on Manchester City's performance and what you expect from the team in their upcoming matches. Thanks, and see you in the next video.